All right. Welcome back to the healing. In the last video, I gave out some awesome dating advice for your first date to Tim. And it seems like in the comments, you guys really enjoyed that dating advice. So if you haven't seen it, if you haven't heard it, check in that last video. We also talked to Anna, who admitted to being the traitor, the unknown, who was pointed out by Clara. How Clara found out that Anna was unknown, I still don't know, other than the fact that she is Dr. Crow. Uh, but in this video, it seems like Anna is going to be revealing herself to the rest of the group. And that's where we're starting off with right now. Let's go ahead and jump into the group chat. Truth. Anna says, tongue-tied. I think I'm ready. That's right, Anna. You have to admit to the entire group that you're the traitor. You are unknown. You are working for Dr. Crow. Clara is right. They all deserve the truth, but they should also understand my perspective. The fact that you were manipulated by Dr. Crow, by Clara, into believing that this group had something to do with your parent. Was it her parents or just her mother? I can't remember if it was both of her parents or just her mother, but it had something to do with their death. It's not going to be easy, Anna. They'll realize how sorry you are. We got this. I'm going to go with it's not going to be easy, because it won't. It won't be easy. I know. Okay. I know who I want to start with. Oh, who are you going to start with? You're gonna do this individually. You're not going to do it as a whole group. You're gonna Tim already? See, the thing is with Tim, Anna, he was kind of planning on potentially asking you out. You're gonna drop this bomb on him first? All right. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how this plays out. I think he and I have already formed a close bond. He'll hear me out and be understanding. Maybe. Probably not. And I hope he understands he hurt me very much with what he did. So she still believes that Tim did something to her that hurt her. I believe that Dr. Crow manipulated Anna into believing this, because it seemed like in the very beginning of the game, like none of the group had any idea who they really were, but they knew that they lived near each other. But Anna knew every single one of them. But none of them knew Anna personally, like really well, which is interesting. It'll be fine, Anna. This could get uncomfortable. The main thing is the truth comes out. Look, this could get pretty uncomfortable. Knowing what I already know now about how Tim feels about Anna, this could get pretty uncomfortable. Oh dear. I'll add him to the group. So it is interesting that she's going to do this individually, one at a time. She's not going to just talk about it in the group chat. Tim was added to the group. What's up? Tongue-tied? Anna? This has something to do with our conversation just before tongue-tied? Truth. Because you want me to finally tell her the truth. Actually, I wanted to wait. It was supposed to be a surprise. No, I think this is a misunderstanding. The group has another purpose. That's right, Tim. Don't jump to conclusions. I wasn't the one that brought you in on this. Anna added you to this group, not me. Gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say this. Definitely a misunderstanding. Anna, just be as open as you were to me. Don't back down. Look, Tim, it's a little bit of a misunderstanding, but I'm going to let Anna do the talking. I'm not going to push Anna too hard into spilling the beans. I have a confession to make, Tim. Okay? Now I'm worried. Are you okay, Anna? I haven't been completely honest with you. Promise you'll hear me out. Okay. I am the traitor. I worked with Dr. Crow. You did what? Message delete. Oh, Tim deleted his message. He said you did what, and then delete. To be honest, I already had a hunch. I just didn't want to believe it. Why did you suspect Anna, and you still wanted to surprise her? Why have you never shared your? I'm curious as to why he suspected Hannah, or not Hannah, Anna. I am curious as to why he suspected Anna, because we all had our own suspicions, we all had our own theories, and we all had our own reasons as to why we suspected Anna. You know, I've already spent some time with Anna. She seems absent in many situations, almost as if she felt guilty. But that doesn't matter now. First, I want to know why you did that, Anna. What did we do to deserve this? Anna says, I'm not a bad person, Tim, and I never wanted you to be in real danger. But all of you did something terrible. You're all partly to blame for the death of my parents. Okay, so both her parents, not just her mother. Of your parents? What are you talking about, Anna? Each of you, in their own way, contributed to their deaths. And that's how you did it. Of course, the question arises for us and also the police, could the tragedy have been prevented? One of the eyewitnesses, Tim R., commented to our reporter filming the suicide was more interesting than trying to prevent it. Harsh words, but sad reality. So Tim was filming the suicide and was like, yeah, I just kind of wanted to film it. Didn't really want to help. It was more interesting to film it instead of help. But is that the Tim that we know? Is that this Tim? This article refers to the suicide of my father. Your father committed suicide. The statement is disgusting, Tim. Or say nothing. I'm not one to say nothing, which could be the right decision to make in certain situations. However, I'm not one to say nothing, so I always like to pick something. However, I'm not sure if this is the actual Tim that did this. It could be a completely different Tim, but Dr. Crow wanted this Tim to be healed or targeted and made it so that Anna believed that this was a Tim. So I'm just going to ask the simple question that your father committed suicide. Question mark. Anna, the man on the bridge, was your father? Oh, so Tim did know. I'm so incredibly sorry. I know it's been at least a year, but not a day goes by I don't think about it. I promise you. My statement has been completely misrepresented. Yes, I was on the bridge that day, and I had to watch your father take his own life, but I did everything I could to help him. Oh yeah? But the article says something completely different. Filming was more interesting. All right, Anna, like let him talk. Like we let you talk. Let Tim talk. Like let him explain himself a little bit. Oh yeah, let him explain. Let him explain first, Anna. Tim, I'm curious about your excuse too, Tim. Look, let him explain. Let him have his moment to talk about what was happening on his end. And you know what, Anna? I don't care if my relationship is worsened with you because you're a traitor. You're unknown. Let's see what Tim has to say.
What I said to the reporter referred to the rubberneckers, those disgusting people who rather pull out their smartphones than intervene. I was the one who called the police, and after that, I tried to fight my way through the crowd. I tried to stop the man, but by the time I got there, it was already too late. I'm so sorry, Anna.
I personally have no reason to not believe Tim in what he was just saying right now. I I just don't. I don't have. I have no reason to not believe him. You believe me, don't you? To me, the newspaper report is clear. I believe you, Tim. I don't know what to believe. Look, I believe you, Tim. Plain and simple. I mean, we know fully well that newspaper reports can be false. They can be misleading. They can be false. They could be even unknowingly false. Like the reporter thought they were reporting the truth, but eventually found out that it wasn't exactly the truth. It's very possible. Thank you, tongue tied. Why would I lie? It's too late anyway. The mad doctor already wants to kill us. I, oh God, if that's really true, damn, I'm so sorry what I did to you, Tim. But the others, they have done terrible things. So Anna is still trying to justify her actions. When in the very first person she talks to, she's like, oh, okay, maybe I was wrong to target you, Tim. Maybe you weren't that bad. Maybe you were trying to help. Maybe I just didn't know what I was thinking and I was being manipulated by Dr. Crow. But the others, no, they have no excuse. It's it's interesting. And I understand that Anna probably went through some crazy trauma. And the manipulation by Dr. Crow is intense. Um, but she's still like trying to justify her actions, knowing that the very first person she talked to, she was wrong about. Tim says you should talk to him. The truth is complex and it's worth looking at it from all angles. Tim, oh dear, I guess he didn't take it so well after all. So Tim left. He went offline. It seems like it, understandably so. I hope he doesn't tell the others. Look, it's understandably so. Like it does seem like he didn't take that very well, but in Tim's eyes, he did try to help. He tried to help. He tried to get through the crowds. He tried to get through the masses. He's the one that even called the police. Nobody else called the police. I mean, maybe somebody did in the crowd, but it didn't seem like it. Nobody else did. He was the one that called the police. He tried to reach Anna's father, but he was unsuccessful. And Anna, not knowing, only had based her decision off of a little article that was written. Not knowing the truth, made the decision to try to torment, torture, and just do all these terrible things to Tim. And it's very possible that the same thing's going to happen to each one of the other group. Hopefully, Tim will get back to us soon. I don't know who to talk to next. I want you to decide that, tongue-tied. Preferably someone who is sociable. I'm not ready for Julius, for example. How about Lucy or Burned? They've both been through the healing. And I mean, really, I don't think there's a wrong way you can go. You're gonna eventually talk to both of them anyways, and they've both gone through a healing, so they're both gonna be probably a little upset with Anna. But I'm gonna go with Lucy because I want to hear from Lucy. I like Lucy. I want to hear from Lucy. Not that I don't like Burned, but I did. See, I'm even on the same end. Like I sussed Burn in the very beginning, and now I don't suss Burn. Yeah, I think Lucy will understand me. Tongue tied. Could you add her real quick? I'll remove Tim from the group in the meantime. Hope he's not mad. He comes back online. Anna removed Tim from the group. All right, let's go ahead and add Lucy. All right, Lucy's been added to the group. And is she online? She is online. All right, perfect. Anna, tongue-tied, did you find out anything? Will you add the others as well? Not yet, Lucy. This is just for you and Anda. I'm just here as a bystander. No, Lucy, this is only about you. And he needs to tell you something. Lucy, this won't be easy for you. Look, Lucy, this is only about you right now. This is only for you. About me? Lucy, there's only one way to do this. I'll tell you exactly how it is. I'm the traitor. Oh, Lucy was gonna write something and then erased it. I'm really shocked right now, Anna. I understand, Lucy. You should hear Anna out first. I'm gonna go with I understand. And Lucy should hear Anna out. And when Anna tells Lucy her story, Lucy's gonna say, "Actually, this is what really happened." And Anna's gonna go, "Oh my god, I can't believe I did it again." How long have you known tongue tied? Just recently. I just found out. Just found out as well. So not very long. It's not like I've been not keeping this secret from you guys. Good. I had already thought. Anna, I want to know everything. How could you betray us like that? All of you have done terrible things. You too, Lucy. Still on that kick. Like, you have no doubt in your mind that they haven't done something terrible, that you're just wrong, Anna. Because of you and the others, my mother is dead. So Tim was the only reason why the father was dead, but because of Lucy and the others, this is why her mother is dead. So what does Lucy have to do with your mother? What did Lucy do? Anna, how about you explain it in a matter of fact kind of way? So what does Lucy have to do with your mother, Anna? Your mom is dead? Like, Lucy didn't even know. But I really don't know what you're talking about. You should be careful with these kinds of accusations. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not easy for me to write about this. You know, my parents had a terrible fight. I can't tell you the reason for it yet, because someone else in the group is responsible for that. Do you mean, who do you mean? What did they do? I don't want to get into this now. And also, not about what the others did. So, this is what I don't understand. Anna's accusing Lucy as to being a part of her mother's death, but then doesn't give any information as to how or why. But Anna's parents got into a fight because of another um, person, which I'm curious as to what was going on. Maybe there's some infidelity going on as to why the fight started between her parents. But Anna's not really mentioning that right now. She's not going to go into that. Lucy has a right to know everything. It's best to talk to everyone separately beforehand. Look, Lucy has a right to know. I'm gonna stick with that. You can worsen your relationship with me if you want, Anna. I don't care. Once I've talked to everyone, you will understand the big picture tongue tied. And then I will also write about it openly in the group. I still don't know what I have to do with it. Neither do I, Lucy. We're in the same boat. It's about 1 year ago now. My mom went to a bar after the fight to drown her sorrows in alcohol. Lucy was the bartender. Although, as far as I remember, she never used to drink. But on that day, in that bar, she was given drink after drink. They literally got her drunk. They got her drunk. It wasn't her mom who just sat there and kept drinking it. It was them that got her drunk. Because clearly a hurt drunk woman is easily earned money. Anna, I think I know. Let me finish, Lucy. Anna, calm down. just chill out, Anna. Just calm down. Let Lucy explain. No, you don't get it. After they took enough money from my mother, the bartender let her get into her car drunk. She didn't give a damn about what happened to her. And then a lot of things happened after that. But if the bartender had not poured her that many drinks or taken the keys off her, my mom would still be alive. This bar should look familiar to you, right, Lucy? It's probably the bar that Lucy works at. That's my bar. Yep. You got Anna's mom drunk. Don't you have any conscience at all, Lucy? I don't know what to say. So I'm just gonna ask the simple question: like, you got Anna's mom drunk? And how does Anna know that it was Lucy particular that got her drunk? Like, Lucy's the only one that works at that bar. Listen, I'm so sorry for what happened to her. And I can even remember that day because even though I have to deal with a lot of drunks as a bartender, your mom was different. I remember how sad she looked. Her look, there was so much disappointment in it. I also heard on the news what happened afterwards. But if I deny a drink to every person that has issues, we could lose the bar straight away. That was disrespectful of Lucy. Couldn't you have stopped her from getting in the car? Say nothing. So it's hard to say. I mean, it is a bartender's job not to overserve, but it is not the bartender's job to walk hand in hand with every single customer that leaves their bar to make sure that they don't get into a car and drive away. That once you leave the bar, that's no longer on the bartender. So it's hard to say. Disrespectful. I don't know if it was that disrespectful. Couldn't you have stopped her from getting in a car? You can't stop everyone from leaving the bar from getting into a car. You can try to persuade, you can talk to them like, "Hey, let me call you an Uber. I don't know if they have Ubers in the healing, but let me call you a cab. Let me call you a ride. Is there somebody I can call for you?" Like, you can do things like that. So I'm gonna go with couldn't you have stopped her from getting in a car? Because bartenders can do something similar in that fashion. Damn it! I tried everything. I poured her water on the house in between. Offered to call her a cab. Right. I even offered to drive her home after my shift, but she just wouldn't listen. So even Lucy even gave up her own car. Like, hey, I will drive you. Gave up her own time, her own energy, her own car. Said, I will drive you home. Don't get behind that car. Don't get behind that wheel. And before I knew it, she was already getting into the car. You could have taken her keys. Nah, you can't. I don't think you can just take somebody's keys. You could have just ordered the cab. You order the cab shows up, she's not there, she's already in her car. Um, I'm gonna go with that because I'm not gonna tell Lucy to to forcefully take a drunk person's keys. I don't think you can forcefully do that. I could be wrong, but I don't think you can. But Lucy did call the cab. But what was I supposed to do when Anna's mom didn't want to get in the car? Anna, as I said, I'm incredibly sorry about what happened, but you've done to us. But you've done to us. There's no excuse for it. Damn, you sent a psycho killer after us. I almost died. And you have Valentine and Shadow on your conscience. No, it wasn't like that at all. Anna, I can't handle your ridiculous excuses right now. I never wanted to harm anyone. Now I must not only fear for my life, and also for that of all others. So far, it's getting a little. It's going like clockwork. Oh dear, she took that rather badly. This could have gone worse. Look, it's going like clockwork. I think. I mean, each person you're accusing of having a hand in your parents' death, and each person has what, in my opinion, is a good reason as to, or a good explanation that they helped, they tried to help, and it just didn't work. Very funny. First, Tim goes offline just like that, and now Lucy too. I didn't expect her to get that angry. It's a surprise for me too. Can you blame her? I mean, you're saying that she was the reason your mother died, and it really wasn't. No, of course not. But tongue tied. The entire last year, I was torn with grief and hatred. All my anger was directed at this group. But now that I've spent more time with you guys, got to know you better, oh God, do you think Dr. Crow intentionally turned me against you? Of course he did. Of course she did. Of course Clara intentionally turned you against us. She kept telling me that all of you were bad people, sick people. What if she completely misrepresented what each of them did? First Tim, now Lucy. Of course she did. Of course she did. That's what we're getting down to, Anna. You mean they're all innocent? Don't you want to tell? Don't you want to tell me what the others did? Anna, don't blame yourself. You were manipulated. Look. They're all innocent. They're probably all innocent. And Clara manipulated you in a way to believing that they're all guilty. No, they're all involved in the death of my parents. But I'm just worried the dimensions aren't that big, as Crow led me to believe. But thank you so much for always standing by my side, despite everything. I just need a few minutes to think, and then we'll talk to Roxy next. I thought we were going to talk to Byrne next, but I guess we'll talk to Roxy. It all started with her, what she did. She probably had a little rendezvous with Anna's father. That's what I'm guessing. I'll get back to you in a minute, tongue tied. And Anna, you're saying that you're thanking me for standing by your side. I'm essentially here as a mediator. Like, I am not trying to defend you in any way. I'm the mediator, and in most cases, I'm actually on the side of the others. Like, yeah, they might have had some type of connection to your parents right before their death, but the connection was not the cause of their death. The connection is that they tried to save your parents, and your parents still died. That's the connection. Chin up. Chin up, Anna. Okay, and I can't wait to find out what Roxy did. Look, okay, Anna. I have a feeling Roxy had something going on with Anna's father, which caused the fight between the mother and father. Daylight with Zoe and Winnie. I'm wondering if maybe they're finally making it to the jeweler shop to get that ring looked at, to find out some more information about that ring and what TB could potentially mean, and maybe who bought the ring or had the ring or brought it in, whatever. We'll probably find that out in the next video. I hope you guys are enjoying the healing as much as I am and learning all of this truth about what is truly going on with Anna's backstory, what happened to her parents, and why each one of these people in the group had something to do with her parents' death. Maybe not directly, but maybe some type of connection just before they died. However, it does seem like the truth that Anna believed is actually a lie. And the real truth behind it all is that each one of these people in this group tried to help her parents. But unfortunately, they weren't successful. And it was Clara, it was Dr. Crow that manipulated Anna into believing that these people were evil and sick and needed to be taken care of. And that year of grief and anger building up in Anna took her to a whole nother dark, anger-filled place. We'll find out what the Daylight group and Zoe and Winnie have in store for us in the next video. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this playthrough. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the Tethered. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all. We'll see you next time.